Neha is there. What is NFV? What do you mean
Sir,
about the NFV?
network form vector.
Sir, just not able to guess.
Okay, Diksha is there. Diksha, can you do?
Hello.
Hello.
Sir.
Huh?
Sir, network form vector.
Network?
Form vector.
No, sir. It is not like that. Okay, no, it will not work. Okay, your guess will not work. It is basically a network function virtualization. Okay, it is a network function virtualization or network virtualization function. Both are correct. Okay, the main purpose is, okay, your app from application layer to your this entire data plane. Okay, or basically a control up to this control plane, your network function virtualization will work. Okay, that means this is the, as whenever we say SDN in combination with SDN, definitely NFV will also come into the picture. That's why everywhere you will see SDN oblique NFV or SDN dash NFV. Okay, so NFV is the basically a function that makes it a completely virtual. Maximize the virtualization. Is that clear, sir? To make it maximum virtualization, just like that, it may be possible. Okay, just listen me carefully. It may be possible that particular application, okay, particular application for processing or the routing protocol, because these are connected with the open API. It may be possible that this open API may require some certain operating system. Okay, some certain operating system. It may require the Linux, or it may require the some Unix, or it may require the window. Definitely window will not be there, or some in other XYZ. So how to define this one? In a traditional router, what you will find, you will have the dedicated operating system. Is that clear? इस चीज को accept करेंगे आप कि traditional routers will have the dedicated operating system, but in that case all the varieties will be available, and it is the network function virtualization with the help of hypervisor. It is the hypervisor basically that controls this thing. Okay, hypervisor will provide if this particular type of application routing requires for the processing, it requires your Linux based container or whatever things are there, so network function virtualization will provide this functionality. Okay, that's enough for the SDN part. So we will discuss further in the SDN course by me or the Anandji. Definitely, Vidyaji, definitely. You are telling the correct thing. So is that clear? Up to this and it out. Now SDN part is over inside the IoT. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you have seen the possibility of SDN or the mention of an SDN based network inside the IoT deployment. Okay, why we require and how we will achieve this one. So I hope this gives the clear idea about the this one SDN, about the SDN and SDN implementation inside the IoT. So basically these were the some facts, and actual things may differ little bit whenever you work practically, because we are in the migration phase, and migration will be a little bit different. So now I will start from the IoT communication model. In which we have the device to device communication. There are 4 types of communications are there. It may be a device to device communication, device to cloud communication, device to gateway communication, and backend data sharing model. So we have already discussed more about this one. So further we will discuss one by one what basically a thing is like that. So first one is this one. Okay, first one is device to device communication model. What basically a device to device communication model is? Suppose we have a light bulb from XYZ, or simply a manufacturer of A. So it will communicate to the light switch from manufacturer B with the help of Bluetooth, Z-Wave, or Zigbee. This okay, this is the example of smart home. This is the example of example of LPLC or LPHC. Can anybody tell? Neha,
Sir,
this is the
LPLC.
Sir,
LPLC.
LPLC.
LPLC. Now,
LPLC.
now it is good. You are making the analogy between LPLC and the rest of the things. It is a simple. In this example, also I have taken one switch is there, and suppose light your bulb or your fan wants to talk with this one. Okay, this is a range bound local communication. Not entire network is coming into the picture. Okay, and wireless network here means it is a Bluetooth low energy devices. These are the low energy protocols. Bluetooth, Z-Wave, Zigbee. If time permits, I will try to cover these things in detail. Okay, otherwise we will cover these things in any other course. Another one is the device to cloud communication. Another thing is we have the device to cloud communication, in which we have the device with the temperature sensor like Kinsa. Anybody knows about the Kinsa? What is Kinsa?
Thermometer.
What is the Kinsa? Have anybody used the Kinsa thermometer? किसी ने यूज किया Kinsa thermometer? Anybody uses the Kinsa?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, Kinsa basically what it is a smart thermometer. It is a smart thermometer and very popular in the US, okay, and European countries. In the days of nowadays basically in the case of pandemic situations of COVID-19, okay, basically what it provides, it is connected to the cloud, okay, or some centralized platform, and it detects the high grade fever. Okay, it detects the high grade fever and regularly send this data to one centralized platform and also inform to the district authority, okay, local authority, and according to that quantization or what are the quantine or whatever the next step is there, it can be established. So this is a device to cloud communication. Okay, device to
Sir, they are using this thermal sensor that is this type of that.
temperature sensor. It is a simple thermometer. Thermometer that we use in our daily life. Okay, like HIC or some other thermometers also there in India also.
Yeah.
Okay, some companies there like HIC and other companies are also there. Okay, some XYZ company thermometer is there, but this thermometer is basically a mercury based and local end. You just simply put in your mouth, and after a few seconds you just measure the reading and nothing else. Just note down the reading. This is the basic purpose, is that you need to measure the body temperature. But in that case, it is a smart thermometer that is connected to the cloud, and over the cloud your entire thing is there. Your district administration is also there, police station is also there, your hospital is also there. So what the job of this one is high grade fever. Which fever you will declare high grade fever? Which fever?
Above 105
Yeah,
degrees.
102 plus 10, not in on a one instance. Basically, whenever such instance 102 instance occurs at 2 or 3 or 4 times, so automatically it is going to send the data as per the program. It will send the data to the cloud. Okay, according to that, whatever maybe the programmed or your ecosystem will behave like that, so it will work according to that. Okay, some administration will take the action for the quarantine or if needs a hospitalization or these things. So these things are there. Kinsa thermometer, you can search out over the Google also. Kinsa thermometer nowadays very popular in European countries and the US also. Is that clear? Is that clear? And this is all.
Okay.
Yes.
So
What is this carbon monoxide device, sir?
sir, I am telling. Okay, I am going to this part. Okay, and now this is the clear. This part is clear. This part is clear. Basically what we are hearing referring is IP, TCP, TLS, HTTP. These are the protocols. These are the some protocols, okay, that we normally follow in case of normal IP. Is that clear? But
So what is TLS?
transport layer security. Okay, and in case of this one, this is the another side example. Okay, this is the another side example. Don't be confused with this one. Don't be confused with this one. This is the another way, one side communication between the device sensor, temperature sensor, and the cloud based communication. But in that case, there is one sensor is there, that measures the carbon monoxide sensor through the environment, or it may be a mining process, whatever it may be. Here protocols are different. Okay, here protocols are different. Okay, here protocols are different. IP, UDP, TTLS, and COAP. These are purely IoT based protocol. These are purely a IoT based protocol, and ultimately it will be over the IP. It will be over the IP. Just start from this one. Just start from this one. Okay, just start from this one. It is a common constraint object application protocol, then dedicated TLS, then UDP and IP. Okay, two options are there. Whether first one is you directly follow the internet architecture, whatever the protocols you are available. Another side are some specific protocols are designed for this one. So we will adopt this type of approach, and inside that also you will find this one. Okay, for the comparison point of view, they have given here. At one side we have the HTTP, TLS, TCP. Another side we have the specific protocol that are designed for the IoT. Okay, if time permits, I will cover this in more detail. Okay, how exactly of
Sir,
this work.
DTLs mean?
Hello.
Hello.
Dedicated TLS.
DTLs mean?
Sir, I'm not sure, very much sure. I think it is a dedicated TLS. Okay, I think it is a dedicated TLS, but I am further not very much sure. You need to search out this one. Otherwise, I will share this one. Okay, transport layer security. TLS is the transport layer security. This is the constraint object application protocol. I will cover this if time permits in the connectivity part. And it is a further UDP. Okay, TCP is not preferable, sir. Why? Can anybody tell why TCP is not preferable?
Hello.
Can anybody tell? Neha, can you tell me why TCP is not preferable?
Connectionless. TCP is connectionless.
Connectionless.
Connectionless and sir,
So
sir, with
connectionless will
TCP
be
there is a
advantage or
security issue.
disadvantage?
Hello.
Sir, it would be advantage on a side that if it is a connectionless, no sir, it would be disadvantage because sir, it would be slow.
Hello.
Connectionless is slow,
Yeah,
and security is also an issue.
because it's all about the faster communication, real-time communication. Whenever we are dealing with the real-time communication, so TCP will not work. Okay, there is one property of TCP. It always believe in a acknowledgement. Okay, if acknowledgement not received, or some failure might happen in the this one acknowledgement part, it again believes in a retransmission. Okay, again it believes in a retransmission. So if we at one side, if you are interesting in the real time, another side you are saying it is a retransmission. So both are contradictory. So in the UDP, if you observe the header of this UDP, so only source port and destination port you will find inside the UDP. There is no such type of acknowledgement or such type of arrangement you will find inside the UDP. So that's why for real-time communication or real-time, in case of NGN also, your UDP is preferable. Okay, so in that case also, and a lot of protocols are there which are especially designed for IoT applications. Okay, lot of numerous applications protocols are there, like Zigbee, Z-Wave, and so many LoRa, 6LoRaWAN, so many things are there. I will if time permits, I will try to cover this in this course basically. Otherwise we will skip. Is that clear? Is there any doubt?
Sir, can we achieve the reliability of TCP with UDP?
Sir, basically at layer 4 we cannot, and at layer 4 we are not interested in the security, because what we have for the security point, we have to make arrangements in our devices or in the cloud or centralized authority. Okay, or what are the basically inbuilt feature of security in particular protocols like COAP or whatever it may be. Okay, we are not interested in any security mechanisms for the UDP part at layer 4 part. Okay, if we deals with the security, if you are very much concerned about the security, then each and every layer you have to feed the security, each and every layer. And further, since beginning I am telling, if you are much concerned about the security, that means you have to pay some cost not in terms of money, but also a delay. Okay, whenever you insert some security mechanism here or here or here, wherever it may be, it will cause some amount of delay. And in your case, delay is not permissible. Is that clear, sir? Is that clear?
Thank you.
So this is the main reason. This is the another part. Okay, this is the another part with same example. Okay, with the same example, with the help of gateway. In that, in the previous one, there will be a direct communication. Inside that, HTTP, TLS, TCP, IPv6, whatever it may be, it may work on this also, or it may work on this one local part also. So there are so many options for this one. And for the local gateway connectivity between the devices and this, we have the Bluetooth Smart, or Bluetooth Smart basically replaced by the BLE. And these are basically IEEE 802.11 standards Wi-Fi, and 802.15.4 WPAN standards. Okay, long range WPAN standards. So we will take this in the next part of this course. So another thing is backend sharing model. So this is the one example how one sensor will communicate in this one. Inside that, cloud sharing is there. Okay, one cloud is hybrid cloud is there. One cloud is going to be communicate with another cloud, and it may be possible there may be a different owner of different clouds. So like that, it may communicate over this one. And communication protocol will be a common constraint object application protocol, or HTTP, whatever it may be. And this is the web of things, basically type of things are there. Or these basically what light sensor will provide. It will sense the condition, it will sense the environment, and it will send to the data to the different clouds. And it may be possible that entire thing are not soluble at one part, so it will require to communicate with the another also. Now I hope you have got the little bit idea about this one. Okay, little bit idea about this one. So these things are there, different protocols are there. Basically these are the part of IoT connectivity. Okay, these are the part of IoT connectivity, and if time permits, I will try to take this one. Okay, I will try to take this one. Otherwise, I will conduct the separate course for the IoT connectivity part in the nearby future. What are the different protocols, or the major protocols that plays the important part of IoT connectivity? And further, there is no much restriction at the application part, basically at the lowest more remote part. Okay, further you require the you should be reached on Zigbee, Z-Wave, or the BLE, like that. Enormous options are there. Okay, depending upon your application need, you can choose. Okay, depending upon your application need, you can choose. So these things are there. So another part is the computing and data analysis in IoT. Up to this, any doubt? Up to this, any doubt? Anybody wants to discuss?
Sir, so can you please, discuss once again NFVI, because at that time my connection went away, so I couldn't listen that. NFVI in IoT architecture SDN based. Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, there was some call that I have received. Yeah, Neha, you were asking something.
Yes, sir. So can you please repeat NFVI once again? Because at that time my connection went away and I missed that part of IoT architecture, SDN based IoT.
Basically, forget about all these things. Inside the SDN, you will find that whenever you say the SDN, always one thing, three words, three alphabets will also come into the existence. That is the NFV, Network Function Virtualization. So SDN alone is incapable to handle entire things in the virtualization manner. So, and what NFV do? NFV basically do the slicing part. Okay, slicing part, network slicing. It will provide it will be provided by the NFC part. network function virtualization, NFV
Hello,
part, sorry, and it provides the job of virtualization between the application layer and control part, application layer and the control part. Is that clear? And one example I have taken, suppose there is a need of one policy, you have developed some policy in the software form, but this application requires the operating system for Linux. Okay, for one particular version of Linux it requires. So what you will do, but your in the traditional router, what you have one operating system only. Are you getting this thing or not? Are you agree with this one or not? Your router works on a basically one operating system. You cannot virtualize the things inside the traditional one. But in case of SDN controller, you can have the different operating system also. And there is one functionality, that is the hypervisor inside the NFV, that provides the synchronization among different operating systems, operating system, and depending upon your application need, it will run according to that. And some containers are also there inside that. So whenever you go deep inside the SDN, so you will learn a lot of things. Okay, is that clear, Neha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hope you got the point. So NFV is nothing but an approach that provides the virtualization, maximum virtualization as per the network part. Network part, it belongs to the application, and this one controller part. Okay, between that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
किसी को कोई doubt हो? Anybody is having doubt or want to discuss? Diksha, it is clear?
hello.
Sir, COAP is Constraint Object Application Protocol. Okay, Constraint Object Application Protocol, and it deals with the IoT part basically. Okay, whenever IoT device will communicate to the gateway, so it will be over the COAP also. Okay, or the network side also you have the COAP. Whenever jump is there from layer 2 to layer 3, so that there also your COAP will come into the existence. So more of the things I will cover inside whenever I cover the IoT protocols part. So inside that a lot of things I will try to cover. Okay, for the time being, just forget about this one. COAP means the IoT protocol. Okay, COAP means IoT protocol. It is not designed for your traditional TCP/IP protocols code. In SDN you will not find the COAP protocol. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about that. Up to the gateway or inside the gateway, nothing else. One limitation I'm not getting. Which limitations, Vidyaji, you are telling? I'm not getting the limitation part. What exactly you require the limitations or this one? Can you elaborate your question? No. There is separate advantage and disadvantage of COAP, Zigbee, Bluetooth, and this one. It is beyond the discussion of this particular part. Basically, this particular module. If time permits and if you all peoples are interested, then I will try to incorporate in this course. Otherwise, I will try to take this in future courses. Is that clear, sir? Is that clear? No, there is no particular disadvantage of COAP. Okay, but if you compare it with some other protocol, definitely some advantage and disadvantage will come into the picture. Is that clear? If you compare like TCP UDP, you cannot say that TCP is good and UDP is bad, not like that. But nowadays your UDP is good for the NGN case or wherever real-time communication is needed. Wherever real-time communication is needed. Okay, sir. So now I hope you have
Sir,
got
what about what
बताइए?
about synchronization of all these devices? What about synchronization of all these devices? All these devices may not run at the same clock.
Sir.
So
Very
what
good,
about
very good
that?
question. Sir, very good question. Sir, very good question from your side. Basically, and these are the smart devices, smart sensors, and lazy devices also. because due to the energy constraint we require, because at every 4 second 5 second duration it goes in a automatically sleep mode. Okay, like Bluetooth smart headphone, if you have, you may observe if you silence periods is observed for 4 second 5 second, so automatically it goes in a sleep mode. So like that, these devices or these sensors automatically goes in a sleep mode. But so in that case, for proper and exact communication, very much coordination is required among all the devices, So another two things are there here. One part is the gateway. Whenever all the things are connected with the gateway, it is the job of gateway to establish the proper coordination and synchronization among all the devices. First thing. Another thing is, if gateway is missing, so it is the part or the job of your particular equipment to establish the synchronization with another equipment, within the range bound communication. Like smart fan, direct device to device model communication we have seen, just like a fan and your smart switch. Okay, like your switch. So that there will be a direct synchronization or direct communication in between that, but it will work inside a very conservative manner. Okay, very conservative manner and very low range communication. Is that clear, sir?
No, I want to know that that's mean every device has its own clock. Then
Yeah.
it will take as a reference clock from the gateway.
Yeah.
It is then it will accordingly change its clock as a reference, or change its clock according to the reference clock.
Yeah.
It will take the reference clock as a standard.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Gateway will provide this job. Okay, basically you are dealing with the synchronization, I am dealing with the coordination. Okay, both are more or less same.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir, can you
synchronization you
please
can
repeat
say, I am
once
saying
again?
the coordination.
Sir, once again, can you please repeat? If the gateway is missing, then how the coordination is going to happen?
Coordination will be directly. Then suppose I have the intelligent fan, sorry, not intelligent, smart fan I have, and one switch I have in the device to device communication model that you have seen. The device, in the case of device to device communication model, direct communication will be there. So in that case, it is a range bound communication and it is not connected to the internet. Or the cloud part. Basically, cloud part is missing in the very brief configuration. So in that case, direct communication or coordination will be there.
And sir, what about synchronization?
Synchronization indirectly. Synchronization will be directly, because your network is not there. Network is missing in that case. In that case, your network is missing.
Okay,
I have one fan. Just see, I have one fan. Okay, I have one fan and one switch. Okay, direct, and that is in one room. That is in one room of smart home. Direct communication is there in between that. Okay, direct communication is there. That means some one way or two way action will be there. Like instructions will be given. Instruction will be given. Okay, fan should be on. Okay. Hello. Yeah, are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir, getting. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
if it is a small architecture, that means between two devices. Okay, two devices are there, so direct communication will be there. But whenever synchronization, where will come? Whenever you have a big number of nodes, to establish the coordination between that, you require the synchronization. So for the local endpoint or end user point, your gateway is the only node through which you can feed the clock or whatever you things you require to provide the or to establish the proper communication or synchronization or coordination, what you want to say. Is that clear, sir? Neha, it is clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, another more question is there. At the SDN controller plane, is there any hierarchical level? Because all the data fields or all the information is not to be transmitted to all the controllers. Is there any hierarchy? The regional controllers, after that another.
No, sir. Definitely, controller means controller. Okay, it is a core basically. It is a core, and some DR sites will be there. some DR sites will be there for one core or particular one by one. They will be deployed by one or 1/4, whatever it may be. And what are the policies of the organization? Depending upon this, they will be deployed. And definitely it is there. There will not be any intelligence inside the data plane. Okay, all the things you will find inside the control plane. Whatever the things you want to design for the policy point of view, all will come under the controller part. All the control, it will come under the control layer part. Is that clear?
So is there any mechanism to decide how controlling is taking place?
Yeah, definitely. So many things you will find inside the controller. Whenever you are going to configure the controller, or whenever basically you want to design the topology in the controller. Okay, so many things will be there. Use approach is there for this one. Config that comes under the SON part, and the another thing is so many things are there. You will get this in the SDN code, or whenever exactly whenever you are going to configure the particular SDN controller. It will depend upon the vendor to vendor or the application to application. Okay, what exactly you are going to do. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's why I am not exactly dealing with this one. I am not comparing with the MPLS and this one. Otherwise, you will say, okay, sir, one port is there, G port or FE port is there. How to insert this in the SDN controller? So that is not in my hand. Okay, and frankly telling, I am also not a practical experience for the SDN. Some simulator based experience I have. So sooner than later, we will also explore this one whenever these things come into our organization. So these things will be there. But whatever the things I am telling, these are the conceptual things, and definitely you will find inside that. Is that clear?
Okay.
Is that clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, next thing is, okay, next thing is computing and data analysis and IoT. Next thing is computing and data analysis and IoT. What do you feel? Do you have any importance of what do you feel? What you feel? How computing and data analysis is important in IoT?
Sir, it is very much important. Sir, it is very much important because we are going to have tons of data, and unless and until we are able to compute and analyze it, it will not be the useful one, and it will only clog the system.
Sir, actually, we have to make
to
real-time decision making.
To support online
we need
decision
to
making.
compute the data.
Basically, we have seen one diagram. In last couple of days. One device and thing was there in a circular form. After that, they were connected to the gateway, and gateway connected to the cloud. And after that, it go to the this one analytics part, and then it moves to the user interface. I don't know you have remember this one or not. So what basically it is, so collecting the data from sensor side, means it is a simply we are forming the body. Okay, we are forming the body of the data. And in analytics we are putting brain on that data body. And intelligence means we are feeding intelligence inside that brain. So these three things are there, and that comes under the computing and data analysis part inside the IoT. Now it is clear.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So almost 2/3 portion you have covered for this course. 2/3 portion already covered. So let us start with what basically a data is. Okay, what basically a data is. What do you feel? What is data? What is data? Diksha, what is data? Simple question is there. What is data? Suppose somebody is asking you, okay, what is data? How you will explain?
Sir, data is information.
No, sir. Here it is you are wrong, sir. You are wrong.
Data is not information.
And you are wrong, sir. I am expecting this answer basically from all of you. So that's why I have asked, because some people say, okay, what foolish question is there? But every time I used to ask this one, what basically data is, because
it is useful information.
Sir, basically it
Information
start,
is useful data.
sir,
Meaningful information.
just listen me, because it's all about the data. It's all about the data. Since beginning, I am telling IoT is nothing but a data. Your artificial intelligence, you are moving towards the artificial intelligence step by step. So if you minus the artificial intelligence from this one, artificial data from the artificial intelligence, it will make nonsense. Basically, it will not make any sense about that. So it's all about the game of data. It's all about the game of data. So very frequently one question arises. Definitely frequently asked question is there, and in you will not believe me, get maximum interviews and max for the jobs. Basically they ask what basically a data, because everybody is moving towards the data. Data science is there, artificial intelligence is there, machine learning is there. Where we are moving towards the reinforced learning or the this one